As we speak today, 1.6 billion young learners and youths are out of school, and therefore we need to reopen schools. The reason is because when young children and youth are not in school, one, their learning processes are interfered with, and therefore their growth and development is affected. You also need to recognize that school is not just a place for learning. School is a place where children get social protection, children get health and nutrition needs taken care of. And as you are aware, World Food Programme and other entities of the UN have ensured that children going to school in certain areas, including sub-Saharan Africa, are provided with meals. The government needs to understand that the question is not when to reopen. It is about, are we ready to open schools, and what is it that we require to do? We cannot really think about opening schools now until we can have a downward trend. And we are expecting, according to the Ministry of Health projections, that this will be happening around the last week, possibly 2 weeks of October this year. So for me, it's about what is it that we need to do to be able to, open our schools in a situation where we are not locking our children in a war zone, fighting a virus that cannot be seen by our eyes. The question is, how prepared are we as a community? The other thing that you need to note is that there are certain things that the government needs to put in place for schools to really open. And I'm talking about both at the lower levels of education, tertiary, and also our universities. There's a lot that requires to be done. It is important that we think through on how this must be managed. You're talking about government, you're talking about parents, and there must be really a national consensus as to what needs to be done for the schools or for the learning system, that is from the lower levels to tertiary to universities, to be able to reopen schools. We have, in Githurai, we have got what we call Mwiki Kimbo Primary School. The primary school has 2,200 learners. The school has 42 teachers. The school has got around 23 classes out of 2,200 learners. The school has that total of 13 toilets. The school has 2 taps. The current schools cannot be able to accommodate the situation of social and physical distancing because there is no capacity. You have to build as many as 5 times the number of schools in terms of classrooms that are existing today. And you have not even talked about the offices and the staff room and the other facilities like the libraries. And therefore, it's a Harlequin task. And we need to plan properly so that at the end of the day, we will not wake up one day and ask ourselves, why were we so irresponsible as policymakers and the government in making decisions to reopen schools? And that is what you are saying. There must be a consensus as to whether and when to open our schools.